what the man really wants in that situation is he just wants his family to say, oh, you have brought a good girl. She's even untouched. She's very, it's a very, I've never understood it, but I mean, it does happen. Answering her question would only come from an angle of the kind of man that she's going to want to be with. So it's not a general question of do men want or don't want.
Does your man or the man you want, does he like virgins? There are certain men
that believe that they just want the purity of it. In fact, what will even happen is that they may not even touch you. They are sleeping with other women, but they want to keep you as pure as they want to. Exactly. In my personal opinion, or from my own personal preference, I personally don't like virgins.
Menisms out here. I'm Michael Scenario.
And I'm Moriwal Gunkoya.
Back with another episode, new season. Shout out to all of you that have been rocking with us. Shout out to all of you that have come to join us. Shout out to all of you that are giving us a chance. We appreciate it. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling back to work. Yeah.
As you can see, while working, 30+ men.
26. Again, always 26. I mean, look at me. I'm dressed like a Gen Z today. Okay. Again, guys, if he's not in next week's episode, that's all I'm gonna say.
How's you been? How's your week been?
It's been alright. I mean, regular hustle. You know, the thing is, I don't think we can really have like when people ask you how's your week been, and like there's nothing new from the week before, I feel like, damn, I don't have updates for this person. It feels very unfulfilling.
What's the storyline in this week? Wow.
Yeah, because I feel like at some point in my life, I always had something happen the week, but now it's always just, oh, we just worked, oh, just the hustle, just I just thank God I'm alive. You know, this guy, I'm just like, okay, I need some more. Yeah, see, the previous episode, you had a lot to say. I was so jealous. I didn't even tell you that. You had so much to say. You were like, yo, man, so I was on tour, went to this city, that city. I was just like, damn it. That's why when you asked me, I was like, yeah, I didn't. Summer? There was no summer. It was just the months of June, July, August, September. Yeah. So, but anyways, we still thank God to be alive. Yeah.
What's with me?
I mean, you're shaking your legs like a 30 plus. Guy, you can see the signs there. 30 plus. Man.
Are you sick?
Grabbing onto the rails like you might fall off the chair.
Yeah, because I'm 30 plus. Yes, and I embrace it.
All right, that's
you
good.
Embrace it, Gen Z.
Good. I'm embracing my Gen Z. I'm 26 ish. 26ish.
Anyways.
Yeah, so I think we have a few questions though.
But even just ask, do you got any questions from the people?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people have been, they've been waiting, anticipating our return. So
shout out to you guys that have been rocking with us, like we say.
All right, so I'm just gonna jump right in. Let me just start with. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is our first one from real or fake name Royal Beaver.
Yoshi.
And the person says, Scenario needs to print a shirt that says, I'm dead. See it? You see it? I haven't even finished talking. And they know. You give.
Continue now.
That's it. That's all they had to say.
I'm 30 plus.
You need to finish. And you know what? I'm going to run that for you.
I will do it.
All right.
That's no issue.
Cool.
Thank you for the inspiration,
cool.
whoever you are. I'll do it. And go buy them.
I'm 30.
I'm 30 plus.
You know what? Before we move on from that, even though I know we touched on a little bit of it in our previous episode, do you think sometimes, now again, of course, you've just turned 30, so, it's still very fresh. But did you at any point in time witness other people turn 30 and then really talk about turning 30 and you're like, guy, can you calm down? It's just 30. Before you turn 30. Do you think like you saw other people turn 30 and talk about it a lot and you're like, okay, we get it, you're 30, but why you keep going on about it?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Me, I'll say it. Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong for saying it.
I know what you mean.
I'm asking this based on like a perspective thing.
I don't, it depends because a lot of my friends are my age or younger. I'm usually the first one to turn the age, so I'm actually the first. Then you have those few friends that are older. Obviously, I have a number of friends that are older than me.
But they may not talk about it.
But maybe I wasn't there with them when they turned 30 and all that compared to me. That's why I said amongst a lot of my peers, I know I'm always the first birthday.
Right, okay.
That's why it's easy for me to say
that makes sense.
Everybody else now follows in front of me. You get what I'm saying?
It's actually the opposite for me because I'm usually the youngest of my circle of friends.
No.
And so I witnessed other people like back. I mean, they may not have talked about like being 30, but they basked in it. Like you could just tell. It's almost like I felt like I couldn't sit in this crowd because I'm not 30
It's
yet.
just this year even that were maybe a few. That's why I said I know the few that are my age older. That's not even a few, a number of them that are, but everybody else 29, 28, 27. So I'm even younger. So it's just like
Right.
yeah.
I feel like the whole thing around 30 is a lot more out there now because of social media and
Funny thing
and
is,
not just
I
that.
saw more people. But the funny thing is, you say that, but actually, I take that back because I've seen how a lot of people celebrated their 30th or talked about especially women. Like you have those 30, that's how we always joke before about 30 plus women and all that because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're coming to this new awakening. Yeah, me too. As a man, I'm coming to my awakening now.
Yeah, no, I mean I fully agree. I was even saying that I think we're even now more in a place where there are a lot more either single 30-year-olds or like 30-year-olds still trying to figure out life. Like it's still like my life is not sorted. Do you get on like our perception of 30 when we were younger? Like if you were 30 years, like bro, you already have your first car, you already have your first, like it was like the age came with a lot of things sorted out. I guess now that we're sorry, you guys are turning the 30. I'm not 30, I'm 26. Now that the 30 is actually right in our faces, it's a lot more to take in. It's a lot more to take in, and I guess I can understand you being 30. All right, so let's jump to the next one. All right, so this one says real or fake name Lala, and it says, hi there, I love your podcast. I don't listen to any pods but yours. That's nice. I have a question though. You guys talk about sex a lot, and I'm wondering, do guys really like girls that are virgins? Hold on, we're not done yet. And it says, some of us want to wait till marriage. It's a really personal life choice. Or rather, it's really a personal life choice. And nothing can change that, even your answer. But I just wonder sometimes. All right, do you want to go first or should I go first? Well, to be fair, I guess when in comparison to how much they hear about sex, maybe we talk about it a lot.
To answer your second question, we cannot just keep stereotyping or speaking for everybody because everybody's different. Because to be honest, I've not heard that whole virginity talk in a long time.
In a very long time.
Now, when in my early 20s, and that's why I said it depends on where your walk of life is and all that. In my early 20s, yeah, those conversations were always had. And we were immature, we were young and all that. But at this age now, nobody's having that. So that's why I said even to ask that question is a very broad question because it depends where the man is in his life. Is he a young man you're talking about that, yes, they care about those things? Is it an older man that has seen life? Because there's still some older men that still talk and care about that kind of stuff you get, but it's not
Really?
as common.
No,
there's still those, let's be real, like there's still older men that still want virgins, all that stuff. It not sounds realistic, but it's like they won't have the conversation as much as young boys. And even if they do, it's still a certain sect of men that are doing that. So again, I can't answer that question personally. I can only answer for myself, where me personally, I don't care at this point. I've not really cared because we're all adults. And if you happen to meet somebody that's a virgin, you navigate it that way. If she's not a virgin, again, you navigate it that way.
So I think this whole virgin topic is actually it's a lot to play with our moral backing. A lot of men that like virgins, again, this is only from having conversations with several people, right? A lot of men that like virgins don't like them because of the experience of a virgin. They like them more because of the morality that they represent. So if I bring, how a lot of men are more about the representation of the person they are bringing into their home to their family than how that person actually is to them personally. So let me give you an example. So let's say I'm a young man now. A lot of men believe that life is by stages, right? And so it's not by how you feel and how things flow. So by that, I mean, they believe that once they turn 30 or 35 or whatever age, that point is they must find a wife. Quote, find a wife. What that means is it's not somebody they're in love with. Not just find a wife.
You're settling.
Exactly. Somebody they want to keep at home as a wife. Now, when they're on that journey, there's a checklist. And a lot of what's on that checklist has something to do with how that person represents the man to his family. So you got to like, if you bring a prostitute, let me just give an example. Now, if you bring a prostitute to him, that prostitute represents something different of himself to his family than what he would want to portray. Right? Now, it's not because the prostitute herself is bad, but he wants a facade that he wants to represent for himself to his family. And so on that checklist, you have virginity in some cases, right? And what the man really wants in that situation is he just wants his family to say, "Oh, you have brought a good girl. She's even untouched. She's very." It's a very. I've never understood it, but I mean, it does happen, and I'm just saying this based on the fact that these people do exist, right? And so, answering her question would only come from an angle of the kind of man that she's going to want to be with. So it's not a general question of do men want or don't want virgin.
Does your man or the
exactly.
man you want, does
there are
he like
certain
virgins?
men that believe that they just want the purity of it. In fact, what will even happen is that they may not even touch you. They are sleeping with other women, but they want to keep you as pure as they want to. Exactly. In my personal opinion, or from my own personal preference, I personally don't like virgins. Now, only because I believe a lot in sexual chemistry when it comes to, my relationship or marriage or whatever it is. And I mean, I feel like, yes, we should sort of even explore that we are compatible in that way, because there's nothing worse than you're married to someone and you guys are having the worst sex. People keep saying that you can learn sex as you go, but there are also times when you've met people that you guys just don't work sexually. They want something different from what you want, and you guys just can't meet in the middle. So as much as you can learn it, right, it doesn't also mean that you guys and your bodies are aligned. So imagine me getting married to someone now in the hope that we will learn the sex together. And then she finds out that, okay, actually I'm not the kind of person she enjoys sexually. Her body just doesn't respond to mine in a certain way. And they were messed up. So again, that's just my own personal reason, right, for not really wanting a virgin. Not because I find any wrong in someone being a virgin, but for me personally, it just won't work. So
fair enough.
and I say again, it's a good stand that you have. Like you've mentioned, your decision doesn't change regardless of our answer. So, and I find that very commendable, and admirable actually. So I think keep it up. Yeah. So, but those are our answers to that. And I think we can move on to the next. Okay. All right. So we have another question. This is from Little Emperor. So this says, shout out to you guys. I really love what you do and I'm a huge fan. Thank you very much. This is an experience that I had back in secondary school and I thought it'd be nice to share. I had always been the perfect student, in quotes, back then. Almost always top of the class and very sporty as well. Because of this, I had a great deal of attention. SS2 second term came. We started acting for posts as prefectship, and I was tipped to go for the top spot, the equivalent of SP in a civilian school. If people know what SP is, I guess he's going to have to explain later, or we're going to have to do our research later. Yeah. Anyways, and he goes, however, I wasn't the sitting SP. Well, I guess maybe he means
student president.
Yeah, I guess maybe not actually. I doubt that, because I think these are military terms. So, anyways, he's like, I wasn't the sitting SP's choice.
Senior prefect,
might be. So it was somewhat unlikely I'd make it. This became much more imminent with time, and a lot of the attention began to fade. There was this one girl that was still there, a peng girl, but with a decent amount of flaws. Fast forward to SS3 first term, I was made the SP against all odds, and them girls came pouring back in. I had a thing with this pen girl, but after some time, it wasn't really working anymore, and we split in SS3 second term. I started seeing someone else, not officially. Then she accused me of being arrogant and ungrateful. She was like, where were all these girls when you were down? I was there for you, and now you're leaving me. To be honest, she had a point, but our relationship had gone south and was irredeemable. In brackets, she once kissed a guy in my very before. This guy has a very interesting way of expressing himself. Probably because she felt she merited me and was therefore untouchable. I'd love to hear you guys' take on the whole drama and maybe make an episode out of it, okay? Avoid being taken for granted due to emotional debt. In quotes, that's what his topic is supposed to be for us. Well, I'm not sure he puts his age, but he goes, would be a nice title. Love y'all. P.S. I'd be very grateful for a shout out. I create content, develop websites, and create mobile applications, iOS and Android. I can be reached via email. So first of all, I like a hardworking guy. So good plug. I mean,
As in,
reach out to us. Maybe we can throw a shout.
guy's
Maybe on
salesman,
some
man.
other
That guy's a
episode,
salesman.
right?
But my own is like, first off, anything that happened in secondary school stays in secondary school. But if we're going to talk about it, you learned
is
early.
that true though? Because we'll get to that. Because I have a lot of my life changing experiences that happened
A
from
lot.
secondary
See,
school.
I've not maybe for you guys that schooled in Nigeria from JS1 to JSS. Because me,
Maybe.
once I came to SS2 here and up, those things that happened, I remember them. But what's my own affecting my life right now?
Okay, that's
Like
right.
secondary school be bye. But from the experience he said, it's good he learned early and saw it early, because that girl was wicked. Because you kissed the man and you kissed a boy in front of you. You're now asking me question. What did I do for you? You're mad.
You know, this is actually so crazy because
It can still happen past secondary school. That's the scary part.
now that we think about it, you know, I mean, when he went on with the entire story, I was even thinking, okay, maybe their relationship went south, as in maybe they just grew sour and fell apart. But that was a very, very huge gem to just drop
And she kissed him in front of another.
right in front of him. And, you know, he actually, in the topic that he mentioned, because he mentioned the topic should be, you know, avoid being taken for granted due to emotional debt. It's a very interesting angle because emotional debt is somebody has done something for you. And so now you feel like you owe them, not material now, but you feel like you owe them because they were the ones that were down for you when you were down. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
And you
'Cause
see,
that's
but
what he's
then
saying, yeah.
that's a trap people need to avoid, because those same people will be manipulative about it
Very
and use it,
manipulative, bro.
man or woman. See, if we do something for each other, it's not a case of, I expect. Obviously, you can hope to expect. Like, I had to change my mentality whereby I don't put my expectations on people anymore.
Okay.
Because I ended up being disappointed the most. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Because you do something for somebody because of the way you were raised or your moral value ground. When it's time for that person to do it, or you hope
They
they
do it as
they do
a
it
favor
as
to
a
be owed.
Like, exactly. It's like, oh, there was a price tag on it.
Mm.
So it's like, so wait. Genuinely, when I did this thing, what was your mind? It makes you think now, and now put you in that dark phase, like, emotionally. So me, I always tell people, you don't owe anybody shit, man. They don't know you shit. If you do something for somebody, do it at the kindness of your heart that God blesses you somehow. And then if that person happens to do it back, bonus. That's what surprises me with people. Like, when people do things for me, I just thank God, because it's like a bonus. And then when I do stuff for people, I don't expect nothing. Now, if I come to you later for a favor and you say yes, thank God. If you say no, hey, no hard, because it's happened to me too. No hard feelings is okay, but I appreciate the favor you did for me at the time.
You know, this is again why I said that maybe high school experiences don't stay in high school, because, I mean, it definitely raised an interesting topic, because, you know, being in emotional debt is really something. Like, it's actually something that really happens, especially like with people who. So if the dynamic is one person likes the other person more, it happens a lot with those kinds of people, because now you feel like, oh yeah, me that I you know, I when you were sick, I followed you to the hospital. When you were this, I came there for you. The time you were broke and this, I did it. Like you mentioned earlier, and I strongly back that. Do things in the goodness of your heart, right?
But
Not because you're hoping. Now you can hope, like you mentioned again too. You can hope that those good deeds won't go unrewarded. You can hope, but the minute you're banking on the fact that it should be rewarded, is where we have the problem.
And you said something on that's the one thing that pisses me off with people, is when you start listing every freaking thing if you start listing things you've
we're
done
done.
for me, we're done.
Let me tell you.
Now the thing is, we can joke, because me and my close friends will joke and say,
I know, of course.
But there's some people, I'm sure you know.
You know, they mean
like,
it. They mean that you need to return that
favor. You start
favor.
listening and you're like, wait, so that thing you did for me, you even been holding it, like, as in counting it. Then if you really want to go out there, I can name everything plus more. If you want to go there, but it's like, there's no, you just be like, all right, no, they be.
So do you know that for the longest time, I had to, I mean, I'm even still working on it. I had to reteach myself how to willingly accept gifts. Because I just see it as, if you're giving me something, there's something that, there's something behind this. Like, you now give me this, then if I'm talking to another woman, you say, so wait, so you mean I gifted you this now, you're going to your other, then don't give me, please. If that's the condition, don't give me because the truth is that I've had times when maybe someone will do. In fact, someone will do something for me, and I'll be too. So let's say, for example, someone got me a shirt, right? And I'll be feeling to myself that so I'll now wear this shirt with another woman. That's not good now, because of how that person's made me feel. Because of not, it might not even be that person. It might be a previous experience of someone doing something for me, and really demanding the rewards for that thing they've done for me. And I'm just thinking, all I did was say yes to your offer. Did I make a mistake? Because and now when I say no, people actually get upset with me for it. It's like, can't you just allow me to do something for you? I'm like, see,
mommy, if I say no, you cannot force me, you cannot control me. If I say no, fine. If I say yes, fine. No, be by force.
So I've had to try and understand that some people actually do just do it from the goodness of their heart. But I'm sorry, although in my adult life, a lot of people do things for favors. They do things because, okay, well, now that I've given him this, I'm in his high books. I'm not. Is that the bargain? Because there's no book even to start with, so I'm not even about this. If there's something in return, don't bother. Don't do anything for me. Like even with gestures, doesn't even have to be gifts. Even with gestures, somebody can decide that they want to help me pick something up from somewhere and drop it off somewhere else, and they will hold on to that. Oh, remember that day they helped me? I'm like, what? But you know what? It's fine if that's how you operate. That's you. I can't work with it. I won't teach you how to live your life. But I'm not part of this, and I just eject myself. And it's simple. So, I mean, he's very right for, walking away from that situation. As far as I'm concerned, he saw what he couldn't handle, moved on from it. I mean, I guess that for him to say that the thing went south, it means they maybe even tried to talk about it, and he just couldn't see himself moving on from it, right? So they called it quits, and then she now tried to play the manipulative card of, you're not leaving me for these other girls. Where were they when you were not preferred? Again, accountability, guys. We need to do better as human beings. All right, so let's move on to this last one. This is from someone called, I don't want to be a mechanic, I want to be a baller. Okay. Amen to that if you are not already there. Great job, the Menims. Thank you. Please educate the young men on financial literacy. Invite an expert in finance or in finance literacy. Money is very important for men because nobody wants their sister to marry a poor man. #Bola for life.
I'm a producer, I agree. Let's bring financial person here. Me too, I can say, it's not even the young men.
I was about to say, we're still learning about financial literacy as well. Money, man. But it's a good point.
I know how to make money, but to keep...
Yeah. It's a good point. And the truth is, if men don't actually learn a lot of financial discipline growing up, there's a lot of spending that comes with that freedom that men get, at a certain point in their adulthood, that because you've been anticipating the freedom for so long, you're now just splurging the money on several things that are not even, you get things that are not even, I mean, I know we've both lived it, sometimes even still living it, sometimes.
I've never been one to buy bottles, splurge on bottles.
Yeah, same.
Because
never.
1, I'll get it for free if I really need to drink. 2, I don't even drink a lot. And 3, financially, I think it's the most stupid thing. It sounds funny as somebody that does parties, but what I mean stupid is, I'm not going to go spend $1 million on bottles
for a random Friday
to impress babes.
Yeah.
Or random people.
Because if we're being honest, it's not because they enjoy the drink so much.
It's for the people and the babes you're trying to impress. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And me, I'm sorry, like I said, from youngin, I ain't had that worry, so I'm not about to come and do it now.
But the ones who do, I mean,
now,
again,
have I spent money on doing things with women?
Just as equivalent, yes.
With women, doing things with women. No, so let's forget bottles, but I did things for women.
And that's
with
just
women.
as equivalent. So, like, if you look at it as
yes, I'll admit. Because that's why I said I'm not perfect and I'm not judging those men, but I'll admit too, as a man, me too, I don't spend on someone that is like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, there's some dates.
You sounded like you had a reflection moment just now.
I'm just saying, there's some dates, like, when you take some girl and you're like, you shouldn't be spending all this on a date, bro.
Yeah, we've been there.
You shouldn't be doing, but you know why you're doing it. Like,
you have your reasons, yeah.
Like, what's the most stupid purchase you've made because of a woman, or what have you spent on that it was like because it was a girl that you later were like, what the fuck did I just do?
To be honest, I think it's hard for me to pin on one thing because I've had several spendings on several women in my lifetime I'll be honest, right?
Yes.
I look back, I'm like, yeah, this didn't make sense. I don't even want to speak to this person again. So why? But yeah, I guess I would say things like I've actually had a time where I did buy a plane ticket for someone, and it wasn't even the kind that I was so rich that I could afford it. But I mean, the money was available, the
From where
person
to
was
where?
available.
Because I was
It was
just
from UK to Nigeria.
fair.
Yeah, was it from Nigeria to UK? No, it was from UK to Nigeria. Yes, it was from UK to Nigeria.
Say the year before they think you went to go and do this.
No, this
shit
was
with
bro. This was like what 20. This was like 20, maybe like 2013.
Like
Yeah.
that's what I say because I'm not saying you can't do it now, but you know now everybody's like
No, this was like
Naira's 1,000 watts. Wait,
No,
2030.
this was
Oh
like-
my god,
this was
Naira
like-
was that's when Naira was up.
yeah. This was
That
like
was when
2013. I think then
Naira was like 300, 400.
320. Bro, Naira was like 220,
No,
230 something.
2013 by second year because I remember that's when the first panic saying, "Hey, it's going up."
Bro,
But it wasn't
see,
like up.
I was in UK in 2014, 2015. The Naira didn't become 310 until 2015.
Are you sure?
Bro, I was spending this money directly. So the Naira didn't become 310 until 2015. In
Fair enough,
2013, it was still like 232, 233. Then the dollar was, I think, like 135, 140.
Jesus is
So,
Lord.
you get what I'm saying?
If
Yeah.
the Naira was 100 now, the way I would be a king
Yeah.
on God.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a purchase that, of course, I don't even speak to the person. I think she's even married now. Something like you get. So, so do you get it? So, but I mean,
the thing is that I'm just I can't even remember. See, this is how messed up Nigeria's gotten. Because even now, I'm just picturing when it was 250. Because I'm like, if I had the money I had now when it was 250, oh my god.
yeah. If only wishes were horses.
You guys, by the time you see a rose, you don't say one round. Oh, I'm not saying. I'm just speaking into existence. Like,
Okay.
yeah, go see you gonna pull up in something nice. Let's just say that. But
Mhm.
I'll say for me, it was actually the same thing. I bought a girl. I've done stupid stuff, but like it was not recently. I better not go and get myself in trouble. It was over a year ago.
Yeah.
That time I went to Yankee for the first time.
Right.
When I went for the first tour. Yeah, I flew a girl out in one of the states. So that one is now dollars that I had, but I didn't have in terms of because now the tour was going well, money's flowing in and shit. I'm like, don't worry, I'll carry this one to Nigeria now. Don't worry, but I have money here. What am I gonna do? It was one girl I met. She was good people. And yeah, we met at a party and then we just kept in contact. I said, yo, you wanna pull up on me? Bought a flight, bought a hotel, everything in dollars. Oh, excitement. Because I'm now singing road. It was after she left, and I actually calculated everything.
Post nuts.
I now even went to go and now it was the worst part was not even calculating it in dollars. It's when I now calculated it in naira. I felt such disgust because I'm like, you would have carried it because you would have been like, you would have carried this money home in Nigeria, reinvested it like the bit you get because I'm like, you're not a small boy, Maiwa. You're not, I was just talking to myself. I remember I was so disappointed. I was like, look at you, small excitement, small money, and not jumping. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. You know, the thing is that these are the major ones. Even in between, there'll still be like the little ones. That
The thing, you know what's so messed up? Like now, obviously, I can't mess around. But like a few years ago, like when I was still having foreign currency regularly coming once in a while and all that, to me, Naira spending was nothing because it was like, again, the economy was better. But I think now I can't make a lot. That's why I said I've calmed down because a lot of the financial things I was doing just spending, I can't do it now, man. There's 1,000. People don't realize the Naira is 1,100 to 1. People don't realize how messed up that is. You can't be making any financial. Even me now, it's funny. Me that I do parties. Even now, when I see people spending, my heart shakes like, you're doing well.
Bro, it's crazy. We buy petrol at 600 Naira liter.
Bro, like there's too many responsibilities now to think about to be doing that splurging crazy.
Eggs are luxury right now, bro. See, I kid you not. Eggs are luxury now. Let me tell you something. This was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Like I knew we had really hit rock bottom as a country when I had to like ration the amount of eggs I was eating. I was like, I mean, so you know when you have a system. So let's say for example you're trying to make noodles and you're used to eating 3 packs of. I mean, when you're reaching into the box, your brain is already like, yeah, 3 packs, just 3 packs, you know. And so I was about to eat 4 eggs, you know. I'm like, okay, 4 eggs. And I'm like, wait, but if I eat 4 now, then I will leave like, and this is a crate of what? Maybe a crate of 20. This 4 that I'm eating now. So from 20 to now be 16. I'll finish this thing in 1 week.
No, see,
do you know that when I had to now think about it, wait. Am I just calculating
when it comes to food, that's the one thing I'll never compromise on. I will spend
bro.
That's even where
That's
most.
what I thought.
To be honest, most of my money actually goes on food.
But bro,
I
that's
eat
that's
a lot
what.
and
But that's what I
eat.
thought. But here I am now calculating egg.
No, I won't lie. It's
In
when,
my life, I've
so
never
in
calculated.
Nigeria, in Nigeria, I don't calculate because me, I know last, if you're down to your
There's a
last
backup.
Chicken Republic good day or
I'm
something.
screaming.
You understand? But you see, when I'm in Yankee or so, I'll tell you guys, God is good. Flashback.
What
That
a
time,
30 plus things. Oh man.
people don't realize I was left in Yankee with $100 for a month. As far
Damn.
you must make $100 stretch because guess what? There's no income
Nothing
coming
was
in.
coming in from
There's
anywhere.
no income coming in because I'm in America now for the first time. Then in Nigeria now, even that income now, that's when dollar just started going 800, 900, and I'm like, even my Naira savings now is already going. So at one point, I remember like I was down after like a week even because by the time you spend on Uber one time to go out, that's already $30 or $40. So that's
As
60
in money
left.
you're trying to ration for the entire month.
My brother. Then even to buy a little thing or something, you probably spent another 20, 30 without even noticing. So I remember there was one time I was down to like my last $20 and I went to the grocery store and I remember I could not buy like anything.
Guys, see that?
I'll be honest.
That reflective moment, you look back and be like, God,
Bro,
in my life,
you don't
never
even,
again.
I
don't wanna
remember.
be
No,
here.
you don't even understand. I remember I went to the store. I bought like some. I bought like bread, bacon, all that.
Just
I
try
was
to be
staying with one of
sure.
my friends, so they were looking after me. Bro, I just walked outside. I just started crying. I said, God, I left Nigeria, and I'm
come
now
and
like
so-
this
as in-
rationing. I said, God, I will never. I remember I told myself,
Never.
I'm not going through this shit
Again.
ever. How am I rationing if I want bacon, bread?
in-
I was like, it's not food I'll compromise on. No. So that's why I said to the initial point of what this guy said is not financial literacy is not just a young person thing.
Oh yeah.
It's better if you learn early, but there are a lot of us even now that are at least thank
Still-
God God's
yeah.
put us in a position that we're making money. However, we still
still
need
trying to figure it
financial
out.
we
Yeah.
still need financial literacy.
Still
Like
trying to
for
figure
me,
it out.
I'm just glad like I'm a hustler. I know how to make money, but there's sometimes I'm like if I wasn't the way I was,
Yeah, I know what you mean. But now, wait, we spoke about something earlier, which is the money we spent on people in the past, right? And that just has me thinking for a second, right? I mean, I imagine these people were not always our girlfriends, like actual relationship. Okay, cool.
no.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, and I wanted to talk about it for a while. So, what lines? Where do we draw the line then on what we do for the people that are not our actual partners?
I don't have any.
And this is not just money related now, right?
I don't have. See me. My only thing is this: we are together, but we ain't together. As long as we both happy, fine. Now we are adults.
That's such a Yoruba man thing to say. What in the ambiguity is that?
What I mean, but okay, for example, when you're talking to a girl or you like a girl or somebody, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do things that I like to do with her. I'm gonna share moments with her.
Okay.
Then, if I notice things that make her happy, I'm gonna try and do those things. Now, my limits and boundary is certain things that, unless we have that conversation now, certain things that might bring a thought in you that might think it's more than that, or might create an image. This sounds so Yoruba. I can't lie to you. I can't even defend myself. Like at this point, I'm so sorry. Like I'm being real.
I'm so glad.
No,
because
because you're putting me in a corner. No, it's not
I
fair.
am putting you in a corner. All I said was share your experience.
No, what I mean is, okay, so for example, the girls I've seen in the past, like, if we like each other, we like each other. We're going to do things together. We're going to rock, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then boundaries, and I don't even think boundaries, it's just that the limits, for example, me now, if I like you, I'll do everything, see you, go out, but then I'll make sure I don't overstep or overdo things that'll make you think
There's more.
we're human beings. Even if you have that conversation early, right? As you start to spend time
It's
with
still
each other
feelings,
more,
yeah.
feelings go catch now.
Yeah,
And there's
of course,
nothing wrong, whether man or woman. I've caught feelings heavy that I've been the one to say I like you and it didn't work out. But I'm also saying there's the other side where me too, I've been the one that's saying I'm not ready. But what I'll say is, because you probably have more expertise than me.
What does that even? Go on, I'm listening.
Eh?
I don't even know what that means, but go
No,
on.
but you, they call me lover boy, so I don't know. You on the other hand.
So now he's entered small relationship.
No,
And I'm catching strays?
You are actually.
We'll deal with that.
You are actually.
We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that.
1-0.
All right.
Remember that. But
All right,
you go ahead and say.
Okay. So I do agree with most of what you said. In that I'm with someone, I do the things I like. We like. I mean, we should have a good time, right? The problem always is, again, like you kind of highlighted, is where there seem to be like gray areas on if it's more, if it's just that, and stuff like that. Now, of course, it's never anything a conversation cannot solve, right? However, conversations are only just words, and then most times the actions kind of contradict. And I'll say this from experience. I mean, I'll be honest, right? I have had times when, I'm with someone and we're talking, I'm trying to get to know the person, but I find that in a lot of times your experiences also kind of help you with how you navigate. Let me give you an example of what I mean, how you're navigating those situations. So because I've been in the dating scene for a long time, right, and I've had relationships as well and all that, I'm kind of grounded on what I want, so to say, and it's not really like a list of things like, okay, what I want is a big girl, you're not big, or what I want is a small girl. It's not really a list of things. I would know when I see what I want, right? And if that person is someone I want for more than just talking, I want a lot more with the person, I want to spend the rest of my life with the person, I would know, right? Now, if I'm talking to someone and, we're trying to get to know each other and everything, it's very tricky. And I say this because I'm naturally a romantic person, but I know how romance can translate differently, especially in the early stages of, you guys talking to each other. But at the same time, not being romantic comes off as, you're not even a romantic guy. Why am I going to be with you?
Fair.
So you see how there's a gray area there. And so in most cases, I do some romance, right? And when I do some romance, then what I'm avoiding now happens. I'm not like, you see, I told myself I shouldn't have done this. But at the same time, there are instances where I do the romance and the person reciprocates, we'll both be romantic, but there's a mutual understanding that we're still just trying to get to know each other, and that if there's actually something here, we should make it more. Because another thing is that everybody believes that once you guys start talking, you've done one or two things, then that's a relationship already. Now, what are you waiting for? I'm sorry, but I don't actually feel myself living with this person for
Look at you, and I'm the one that's Yoruba.
But these are the facts.
You said, the people are seeing us together, you don't want two things, you're getting close. However...
No, but say again.
There's a gray area.
Again, I'd rather be single and let me be called a Yoruba man than be in a relationship where we're both crying.
How do you know though unless you do it or try it?
And see, that's the thing. I only have trial and error. I only have one left to me. Just one.
You
one
have
trial
a long-ass life on your
Yeah, and just one trial left to me. A long-ass life, but my emotional bandwidth has kind of...
God forbid, but in your next relationship, God forbid, if you guys go wild...
Yeah, I feel like I'll be done.
You feel. Doesn't mean you will be.
I mean, I can't tell what life has in store for me, but how I feel currently is that I'll be done. I could get into that relationship.
So do you not feel like that's why, because of that mentality of you're scared of that, not scared, I'll use this different word because that sounds cautious of your next relationship. That's why you're avoiding relationship by having all these situationships because you're not ready to try.
Yeah, that could be one thing. Fair. That could be one angle. Another thing is also it's a two-way thing. So I can't find out if I like someone except we're in that thing that you might call a situationship. And because the truth is, how do you actually avoid that stage? How do you actually avoid that stage? Because you're talking to someone, you're hoping you guys get to like each other. Then I would say the reason why I'm actually avoiding relationships as much is not necessarily just about the being cautious, but I've also found that in my recent years, I have the lowest, and this was not me before, and I say this because this is actually, I have the lowest tolerance for like inconvenience. Let me tell you, this is actually a point. Let me tell you this is a point.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just laughing at this.
You see, this is the thing, right? When I look back on how I used to court people, right? There was a lot of inconvenience going on in this. So maybe she lives on the mainland. I would drive to the mainland. It's an inconvenience, but I'll do it. Maybe she's out of the country. Okay, long distance will make it work. I can't see you often. It's an inconvenience, but I'll do it. Maybe it was that I know that maybe our tribes don't align or her parents can't have someone like me. But let's do that young love who will elope. Now these were things that were fueling my pursuits for the woman. Do you get? But I'm at this stage now where, I kid you not, if somebody tells me...
But those are very strong examples you gave about compromise.
Yeah, now I'm trying to give you... So, and see, I've given you those... those examples were how far I could go.
Fair.
Do you get what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to let you know how little I can't go.
Fair.
Now, if someone tells me, I'm actually even looking for the simplest. So let's say, for example, somebody says, okay, she's trying to get to know she's okay with getting to know me, but her mindset is that men are wicked, so she's not interested. I'm gone. I'm not even.
And that's standard. Okay, that's.
I'm not even. No.
That's a standard.
No,
example.
not really. Guys are going to convince you why.
No.
Why I'm different.
So what I mean is, you're right. You're not wrong.
Yes.
But I don't want to say that because that one is 50-50. You can either be that guy. Yeah, I'll do.
Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it this way.
I say you know what I mean by a proper
let's do it this
example.
way. Let's do it this way. You give me an example of what you think. I mean, that's not a problem. You should be able to deal with that.
Okay, she stays in Aja.
Gone. Sorry, can't happen.
Nigga, you stay in Ikate.
Yeah. I mean, I stay just before Sharon, but I can't. It's still pretty far. I can still try my best. I'll be honest.
So if you stay in Ikate, will you stay in Aja? Wait, where do you Chevron? If you stay in Chevron, she stays in Ikoyi.
I can still make it work because a lot of my business is around the area already.
Aja.
I mean, I can still make it work if her business, like if I don't have to be the one going there often, and she comes out, I can make it work.
But you do know a relationship is about compromise, where both of you have to meet in the middle.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We're not. That's what I said. We're not in a relationship, and that's what I said. My tolerance for the inconvenience is so low.
There unless you're ready.
Then I'm not. So I know. See, it's a two-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing because I'm having my standards, blah blah. But it's also a bad thing because I'm not compromising. But the problem is that. At what point do you know when to compromise?
No, but then I feel with every babe, you have to compromise.
Every babe? Well, I will not say being the giver, but being the doer, right? Mm-hmm. Because I also grew up in the same society that was telling the women that the men should do more. So I grew up always doing more, right? And always putting in the effort and all that stuff. So I got to find that it came naturally to me at my detriment. Because I explain what that means. So if I like someone,
it's a word choice for me that kills me every time.
But it was to my detriment. I'm sorry. It was to my detriment. Okay, so let's say for example, I like someone now. She lives in Aja, maybe even further down Aja, Shongotedu, Ekpe, wherever, or even the mainland, or even Ibadan. Now here's what will happen, right? Because I like this person in the initial stages, I will do what I can to make the person believe I like them. Mm-hmm. Now it's not
that's us wooing you.
Yes, exactly. So I'm in the wooing stage now. And I'm doing them because I'm genuinely doing them. I'm not doing them in the hope that if she now doesn't like me, I'll say, oh, that babe, she's mad. No. I did it. You didn't like me. That's fine. Fair game, right? I do it. You like me. Now, here's the problem. Okay, now look at me now. Let's say I start talking to somebody today, right? And let's say today's whatever day of the week it is.
Thursday.
Right? Today's Thursday. And we are supposed to see. Maybe she's even said, oh, I should come by her house, right? And she's okay with it. She's like, okay, we can just chill in, do a cook. Of course, I'm going there, maybe grab a bottle of wine or maybe some food on the way and all that. And she lives very far, right? Wherever, either the Aja side, Shongotedu side, or the mainland side. Mm-hmm. Either way, I'm going to see her. Now, I go there, maybe we have a good time. Everything goes great. And we're talking about seeing again the next day. Now, what happens is that, now, I spoke about like my low tolerance for inconvenience or even just red flags, anything that just feels like I can't live with this. So naturally, when you're meeting people, you start seeing things you don't like, right? It could even just be the fact that maybe I offered that she come over to my house instead. So since we just make it like let it know that I'm the only one coming. Then she's like, oh no, I can't come over to your guys' house for the first time. And I was just like, for the first time? I've been to your house twice, 3 times. Now I won't take it as a red, but instantly in my head, I'm already withdrawing. If I was given 100% energy,
I made the
it's
effort
not 80.
for you to come. So why can't you do mine?
So
if I've already been in your house, in your space, by yourself, like what changes
what
in my house?
So anyways, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe she wants to give it the fact that, oh yeah, she's in my own turf. I don't know what that means, but she's in my own turf now and, she won't feel as safe. Okay. But I would also expect that she understands that, yeah, the like is going to start dropping quickly. So you see that? Oh, can we see next week? I'll let you know.
One thing I hate. Sorry, hate is a strong. I dislike that some girls used to do. Ladies, forgive me. I'm just speaking as a man. I'm being real. But you know when they start being possessive of you in the very early stages before you guys have even said anything. Like you've not even been on one date, if that one date, or you just the yarn.
You've just been
And
talking
this
on the
girl
phone,
is
yeah.
now doing possessive thing. It's like, who are you? Hold on. Because again, we have to look at both sides. If I'm not being possessive towards you, I don't understand. Where is this familiarity that you are now being possessive over me? Like, I remember I had one girl now, right? We liked each other. Cool. Like, we had been talking on social media, liked each other from afar and shit. So we met, we finally met up, went out one time, had a lot of fun, it was good. Then maybe didn't see each other again for like another week or two, then saw each other again where she like came to the crib, chilled, stayed with me. Cool. So mind you, we haven't seen in a week or two since the first time. I want to do the calendar.
Yeah.
But we'll talk once in a blue moon in those 2 weeks, like once in a while and all that, because we're cool, but we like each other, but nothing serious. Then she came over to the crib, bam. Mama. After that day, this girl, like, we went out. I remember, like, we went out one time right after that. Like, after she stayed the night, a few days later, I went to one event. If I was talking, one babe would come and talk to me. She should, like, come and hold me. Like, yo, who this? I said, the fuck?
Okay, so now if I like
I remember,
this,
I remember I had to even check her, like, yo. What
okay, so I like this, and this is perfect. So because a lot of what we're trying to talk about today is, my original question was, so at what point do we say, yeah, you're not allowed to do this?
Which one is points? If I ain't your man.
So just anything they do that is
and guess
man-like,
what? The
and
same rules I say to you are the same rules that apply to me in terms of I'm not going to go and question you. Who's this man? Who's this? I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to have respect.
Now I like this. Yes.
Whereby I respect you we're grown adults too. That's another thing. You can do how you like, but even if I'm doing something, I will not do something to disrespect you in front of you or to make you feel uncomfortable. But vice versa, even if I'm a man, I want that same thing where you respect me also, and also don't do anything that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Let me ask you this. I like this, but let me give you a tricky situation where this might not be as easy to apply. Because I always thought that this should be the straightforward thing, right? Have you been with people who... So you know how you said, because I'm also pro, if I'm seeing other people, you should see other people. Like, I'm not... The rules, whatever rules apply to you would apply to me. Have you seen people who are not seeing other people, not specifically because they're seeing you, but because they just won't have been seeing other people as well, and you're just the only one in the picture? But then now they use that as, well, I'm not seeing anybody else, I'm only seeing you. So why should you be seeing other people?
Because we're single.
Okay, and then now it's like, and this is why I say I have low tolerance for. So if and that's what I say to them, like, we're both single people. They're like, okay, you know what? If that's what you want, then I don't want this. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And we end it. Now they tell me, God, I'm sounding like a bad person now. Now they tell me that, oh, so you acted like you like me, but it was so easy for you to just end it.
And then look, but you see, that's where the manipulation comes in. And at least I'm not saying again all women. I'm saying because from the male's perspective, this is literally what happens. So if that's the case, maybe when I was young, a few years ago, I wasn't able to have this counter. But now that I understand it, it's like, yo, sweetheart, we're both single. We're both adults to do what we like. I'm not saying I don't like you or respect you. However, I'm not your man. Neither are you my girlfriend. So in the case of that, even if I'm talking to other girls, you will never see it. Because I respect you. Even the funny thing is, if we go out today and one of the other girls I'm coming to talk to, do you know what I'm going to do? From afar. Hey, or stay that way. Why? Because I'm with you today. Because you are my priority today and I respect you. And vice versa. I will hope. Notice I didn't say I expect. I would hope you would do the same thing for me. You understand? And if I happen to be the only one you're talking to, obviously, it will put in the back of my head like, okay, like this girl generally, likes me. Maybe I might take it a little more serious. Or I'll actually see if you're serious about it. Because some people can say that the next story comes out later. I've seen it happen before and it's happened to me. Oh, you're the only one I will talk to. A year later, I can't find out you were also talking to my boy and shit. What happened to I'm the only one you were talking to? Because I never said that.
Oh, they don't have a comeback for that. They never have a comeback for that. No, okay. But that's still beside the point. So would you say then that if you guys are not dating, if you guys are not exclusive in a relationship, because apparently that dating term scatters a lot of things. If you guys are not exclusive in a relationship, then okay. So let me give you an example. Say for example, you're talking to someone who you've met online, right? You guys are not physically seen per se, but you've met online and you guys plan to see, say for example, like a Dirty December is coming in now, right? And you guys plan to see, and it's not necessarily like an exclusive plan. It's like okay, you've
you're gonna be in my city.
that kind of thing, you're gonna be my
Ah.
type of thing. Right? So in fact, let's even use. Okay, I don't want to use your tour as maybe like the previous tour. I can use as an example. So like the first tour you had, you were going to the US, right? So obviously you had some people that you were already talking to online.
Yes.
And then okay.
Heavy.
So now let me ask what you would have expected. So you going over there now, you already were telling them, oh, I'm gonna be in your city, I'm gonna be in Houston, I'm gonna be in Atlanta, I'm gonna be blah, whatever it is. Did you at any point feel like, of course you already had plans to go there, but now that they know they are in your plans while you're there, right?
Not necessarily.
No. I mean, just.
Oh,
again,
sorry.
just,
I thought you were asking me. No.
So, like, this is the surface. So, you're going there, right? You already told them you're coming. So, now that you've told them, they're in your plans during your trip. At some point, you guys are going to see. It's in your plans, right? It's not in your plans?
The thing is, I would hope to see you, but I ain't going to lie. If the schedule, like I said.
Exactly. Yeah. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
As much as I want to see you, you're not my main priority.
Good. Okay.
My main priority is my work and my tour.
Or even if it's a holiday. Let's even say it's a holiday, right?
No. Let's even, because holiday, no. Let's be real. Let's just speak out.
No. You know why I'm saying let's a holiday? So this is what I'm saying. So if it's a holiday, you're more open. I don't want us to be tied by schedule.
Fair enough. So holiday.
So let's say it's a holiday, right?
So let's use an
holiday,
example.
But
let's say last year, 30 December.
Okay. No, I want to use one where you've traveled. So let's still say the tour.
Enough. So let's use the
let's
tour.
Let's still say the tour, but no work, right?
Fair.
Let's just say you were going on a holiday. You already planned that summer holiday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be in Nigeria's holiday. I want to be in the US.
Fair enough. Okay.
And so now, of course, you also don't want to you want to see people when you're there. You want to hang out. So, of course, you have people that you'll be talking to that you're already, I know this guy's in DC. So you hit her up, you're like, I'm actually going to be in the US and this time. Are you going to be free? Are you going to whatever? You guys talk, right? So now, you going to the US, that person's in your plans, or those people are in your plans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have any expectations for them? The fact that you're going to be in this, do you expect that, okay, when I come, you're going to be the one driving me around, you're going to be the one to take care of me, like you're going to feed, like, is there any expectation?
Nope. And guess what? It gives me peace of mind and it makes the trip even better, because anything you do that is out of your kindness and will, it surprises me and makes me feel like I'm happier because I had no expectation. And vice versa. If you came to my city, I'll take care of you. Now, it doesn't mean... Wait.
Yes.
But that is not... Now, I'm not saying they have to expect it. I'm saying the kind of person I am. Mm-hmm. If man or woman, you do something for me that genuinely, like, I feel like, yo, like, that was nice of you. It registers in my head that I'm like, yo, like, if you ever come to my place so I can do something for you, I'm going to do it back. So even the girls now that you're talking about, let's say it was a situation like I'm on holiday, I come to your city, I don't expect you to pick me up from the airport. I don't expect you. Now, if you happen to do it, because we've talked about it before, Yankee girls are nice. You understand?
I mean, it's a different culture.
Notice how we didn't say Lagos girl will pick you up from the airport or drive you.
Pick.
Amy. I'm telling you,
the only thing she'll be picking is my interest.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was even funny enough you said that was a culture shock, because even that time I went, I remember like there was one of the cities, I'm not going to give too much information, one of the cities, one girl came to pick me up from the airport that was far. I said,
fair enough.
You know what's funny? I was like, oh, sorry, I need to give you guys. She was offended. She said, why would you ask me such a thing?
And to her, it's like nothing. Like, it's like, okay, I mean, I did this gesture of my own.
In Lagos, imagine babe would tell you, oh, I'll drop you at Murtala Mohammed.
But now, actually, that example you just gave is very solid, because if someone offered, now, you have to speak in context of someone I'm liking, someone that's liking me back, stuff like that, right? If someone I like or that's liking me offers to take me to the airport, that, oh, you know what, I'll drive you to your airport, I'll be very worried. I'll be like, damn it, have I crossed the line we are actually in now? Does she think we're now in a relationship?
Well, it depends. So like in Yankee now, for example, that kind of situation, I'm also looking at, I don't have a car yet, or Uber is going to cost me this much. Nigeria and our home base now is a bit different.
I'm speaking majorly in the Nigerian African woman context.
But that's why I said it depends on the area though. Because I can't lie, this maybe subconsciously and it might be wrong. In Nigeria, if babe offers to take me to the airport and drive, I say,
But say the same thing, bro.
But then in Yankee, if you say, okay.
No, but say the same. So I'm talking in the Nigeria context. Of knowing that.
If a babe offers to.
I mean, I'm only talking to most Nigerian women now.
I think it'll be a shock. It'll be a shock. Now, okay, let me know.
Is it just a shock?
I'll take that back because. Okay.
Is it just a shock?
You said drive or follow. Because drive and follow are two different things. If she decides to follow.
Follow is a bit small now. Follow, she's
when you say drive, as in she'll be the one to drive.
Yes.
No.
That is when you're off, she's driving back.
No.
Don't kill me, please.
That's
Anyway,
how you
see.
know this way, but you know how bad it is. This shows the standard in Lagos now because see how I'm even going.
Yeah. Okay, so you know the thing is now, even in the one-off chances that it does happen. Now here's where I'm heading out with this. As the guy, you're already expecting that. Yeah, she's only doing this because we're on a different level in her head now.
I've had a girl follow me that the driver took her back.
That's soft though. All she needs to do is just sit in the car.
But then that's why I say Lagos, how many babes are really driving even those long distances? I'm not saying they don't.
Enough.
To the ladies out there, I'm not saying some of you are very independent. I know you're doing your thing. I'm saying
Enough.
But if we even did a poll, how many guys here can say babes have been the one to drop them at their far location?
So wait, let me ask you this. When girls are going to see their friends on the mainland, how do they do? They park their car and take an Uber? When they're going to see their friends on the mainland?
That's different. That's woman to woman. I'm going to see
Then
my
we're
girl.
saying the same thing.
This man, a woman, Lagos woman, driving man to airport and then driving back home.
No, we understand that it's a myth. And like we've established that. My point is, in the off chance that it does happen, I as the guy would start to think, oh damn it, she's taking us to in the next level of our relationship.
It depends. What were you doing before? So I'll say that kind of
like
thing.
I said,
What
we're
was I doing before?
in a stage of like talking, we're still getting to know
Have
each
you
other.
gone on dates? Have you
yes,
stayed
we've
over
gone
at
on
each
dates.
other's houses?
We've stayed over in each other's houses, yes. But then we've talked and we've realized that there's certain incompatibilities that are not really working to take us to the point of relationship. But we like each other's space.
But we're cool.
Yes, we're cool. What then happens then? So that's why I asked the question, where
In
do you
my
draw
head,
the line?
I can't lie. If I was in that scenario, I'll be real. I know if I let her do it, I owe her one. No, but not in the case of I owe you as per I'm your boyfriend or anything. I owe you as a friend that has done something for me.
Is that what you think she's thinking?
If you like, that's your own problem. Nobody asked you to take. It's not by force. It's not by, and that's why you say you have.
But this is why we get in trouble sometimes.
So I would not. So if that's the case, that me getting in the car with her to take me is going to now cloud our job and say I did this for him. Now he's my man. Hell no.
But you know that a portion of the relationship you're having with that person involves thinking of what they're thinking, so you know how to act.
I can't lie. It's hard to, because it's a myth in Lagos. I can't lie to you.
It's hard to picture.
Because that's why I say, if you say Yankee now, like, bro, regs.
Yeah, I mean, so you see, my point is, it has to be something that, you do that is not your normal thing for every single person. That feels like a special act, but really isn't. Do you get what I'm saying? Like now, taking someone to the airport is actually not a romantic thing, if we're being honest. See what I'm saying?
Says who?
Can you see what I'm saying?
Says who?
Taking someone to the airport is not supposed to be a
Every time your
romantic
babe
thing.
has flights, you go and follow. I think that's not love.
See, but that's the thing. That is your babe. What is romantic there is the quality time you guys are spending before she gets to the airport.
That's That's love.
I'm sorry, but somebody I'm talking to and say, okay, let me. So you see what I'm saying? So the different translations. So does it mean that
that's actually romantic because that means she wants to spend time with you?
So
before
that means
you leave.
that somebody you don't want to be romantic with at that point is where you draw the line. You draw the line at things like taking you to the airport.
Nah, I'd rather take a taxi.
This is so sad. There's a
difference.
even enjoy.
No, because I don't. Because that's what I said. It's going to, unless I know you're somebody, I see that potential that hey, this can go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If me as a guy, let me not say as a person, no, I don't want to pursue anything further than what we have.
Yes, you turn down the offer.
I'm not going to now do things that will keep raising that question up.
Exactly.
So I'll say no.
So that means I feel like you're now just listening to what I'm saying, because
What?
now you're saying that you know that those actions would translate. You were saying that it's romantic, but I'm saying doing that with someone that you're not.
No,
exactly
but you
romantic
no.
with.
I'm not saying I disagreed with you. I'm
Yeah?
saying the example of it is an extreme. That's why I said, oh,
Yeah,
minor
and that's why I
stuff.
said pick like a small thing for me. Pick any small thing for me. And I kid you not, I'm done.
Okay. A girl you messing with and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are cool though.
Yes.
Says,
I mean,
"Yo,
I like
can
her.
you-
I like
can
her.
you
I'm
follow
trying to
me?
maybe see something
Can
can
you follow
work.
me
But
to this work event? Let's be realistic now. Can
a
you
work
follow me
event.
to a work event?
I'm gonna think twice about it a lot. But at the same, I'm gonna think twice about it a lot, bruh. But at the same time, it depends on the person. So there are some people who see coming to your work event as a romantic thing, and there are some who don't. They just see it as.
But that's not. But how you said, it's not an extreme case like the airport where we could go far. Work event is just hey, let's go.
Yeah,
VI.
yeah. So no,
can you follow me to VI to this thing?
no. So those things I can do, right? But if the person is the kind of person who translates them as, oh, I'm doing that, so the more you keep coming to these things, the more I'm falling for you. I'm not.
Or she invites you to a family function.
I'm not going. Except the family function is like she. I'm not going to be represented as a boyfriend. So,
So I could do. So there girls
it
are
puts
like,
me in a corner.
I can
That's the
go to I
problem.
can go to work functions because I'll invite you to my event. So I can go to your work function because you're not going to tell
Oh,
everybody.
when you say work function, you mean like she's hosting the function?
No, I mean, even if it's the case, they say, oh yeah, we need you guys here. Like I remember one girl. There's two situations. There was one girl that invited me to like a work dinner thing they were having, and I'm on yeah. But
You're talking from two sides of your mouth because it's so crazy.
no,
Okay,
the
go
funny
on.
thing is that's the one that's. But yeah, at first I ran because
Look at life.
I was like, hell no, I was like,
Yeah. And what was your reason? What was your reason?
At that time, one, I just didn't want to go just because I was lazy.
Okay,
But
but the
then
main
really,
reason, yeah.
I just didn't feel like it's the way. I think it's the way she's like, "Oh, can you just follow me, be with me, and all that." You know when girls say like, "Can you be with?" You see, there's triggering language. You ladies need to understand when you're going to approach us. There's languages you use that's triggering. Can you just be with me? And it's like, oh, so that means it's one of them ones that basically you go hold me for the whole night.
Exactly. So which also means that it translates to you being. See, again, there are people I've met in my past that I didn't mind even looking like the boyfriend. I didn't mind it because I liked them to that point. Yeah.
You like setting yourself up for trouble too.
No.
Look how you just said it.
No, I actually liked them to that point. Like I was okay with it.
They said they're ready to date officially already.
Yes, but all will not happen along the line is I noticed a red flag, and this is why I keep saying to people that I make sure to avoid those events because what they do is, apart from clouding her judgment, my judgment is just being clouded.
But do you know what's funny? When you actually settle on the babe, you're probably going to see more red flags that you'll be like,
which is
I can't handle this.
See,
okay,
and I agree with you.
Okay,
but
okay.
until I've found that person, right now, I've not found someone that I can say, oh, I've seen these red flags, I'm okay with it.
Because I won't lie, I used to get so, it sounds so bad. Like, certain red flags irritate my soul. That is like, it can't work ever.
Okay, so I guess
I'm with you.
No,
I'm with you. Like, because I'm thinking about it's bad, but it's like, what were like? Okay, what are like 2-3 things? Let's say one. Let's go one by one. What are some things that if a girl does, it's like, oh, fuck this, I can't do it.
Yeah, I think we just started talking about always wanting me to be the representative boyfriend in every function you want to invite me to. I'm not doing it. So, for example, we just started talking about you want me to come for this clearly nuclear family events. My family's having a dinner, come through. How? I'm going to be like, so it's going to be your mom, your dad, your sisters and brothers.
I can do that. And I'll tell you, how you know my daughter? Yo,
and
she's
you
my
tell
friend.
me I set myself up? Look at this.
No, that's not setting your... No, because their parents... Not every parent is going to think, oh, every girl she brings is her boyfriend. Literally.
You're at a nuclear family dinner. Mom, dad, sisters, brother, her, and you.
That's it.
Are you listening, fam?
No, I'm saying that's it.
Yes. You see, the fact that you're pausing.
What's the occasion?
You're crazy.
What's the occasion?
You're very crazy.
What's the occasion?
Is it just a dinner? There's no... Maybe it's my dad's birthday. Maybe her dad's birthday dinner.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So what occasion can it possibly be okay?
No. If you said it's the same dad's dinner that my aunties and uncles are cousins and a friend or two are going to be there, yeah.
Well, I literally just said nuclear family dinner.
No, you said mother. No, there's a difference.
Mother, father, brother, sister, her, you.
That one I can't do. However, mother, sister, brother, aunties, uncles, cousins, a friend or two.
Yeah. And that's not a boyfriend position anymore now. That's just my friend came over.
To some girls it can't. No, because some girls it can be. I'll give you an example.
I agree that
there's a girl I was seeing a while ago.
Yeah.
I hate that thing. I hate
so
unless
yes,
you're my babe, or unless I want you to that day. Don't do it.
I agree.
Because why didn't you do it? In fact, my own question is, why didn't you do it when you're sober?
They'll tell you that. Oh, no,
if you were like this when you are sober, fine. But drunk now, you want to now put on a show.
Don't put on a show. But yeah, I agree. That's definitely it. That's another line that I don't think I can cross. I think one for me is also this one is a bit tricky.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases it works. In some cases it doesn't. The whole starting to tell your friends about me. It's a bit tricky.
All right, if you talk too much too early.
Even if you talk too much too early, sometimes the talk too much too early is just okay. This is the guy I'm seeing at the moment.
No, I'm not talking about that kind of talking too much.
Like if you're going
remember
into
there was one
details
time like this girl and I we liked each other.
Okay.
Still in the very early stage, mainly talk and we'll see each other out once in a while, but eventually, we know we like. And one time we linked up. Not even slept together, just linked up, kissed, all that, boom. By 2-3 days later, because we're sorry the things right, cause Her girls are coming to me that I know already from outside her, saying, "Oh, I heard that you
Oh
two were
my
what the fuck?
god.
Like, why can't you shut up? Like, shut up, shut up."
Okay.
And then I'm now looking like this, like you can't deny it. Nah, we were just silly. No, we know. Cause now you don't know if those other girls are going to tell other. Cause me, I told you, I'm just private. You don't see me running to all my boys. Yeah, I got with this girl yesterday. Cause me, I'm not that. You will never know unless you see us. And even if you see us together, it won't. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And again, nobody's saying. I don't want to sound like that guy. Like you can't tell your friends gist, all that stuff.
Well, that's what I said it's tricky.
But you see how I said there's certain gist. There's probably a way you portrayed it that they're not coming back. That's now pushed me away. Like we've not even done anything yet and all that. And now you're saying. So imagine when
So
because now those same friends now are going to start doing the investigator. Now every time I go out and we're together, they see me talking to another girl. They've already gone back to go and tell her now. Meanwhile, we're not even doing anything serious.
Exactly, and I think that's in fact one other one that I would also say is kind of up there with this is. Think of a way to word this right. Okay, so it's doing things together, but not just about doing things together. There's a way they would feel if you do things with another person. So, for example, let's say you guys have gone to the movies once, twice, 3, 4 times. Then you're like, oh, I'm going to the movies today, but it's not with them. Or you don't even just mention it. Maybe he's one of the friends that they've told us that, oh yeah, I saw this guy at the movies, maybe with another girl. And then it becomes an issue. The fact that it can be an issue is where I have. So you see what I'm saying? Like,
but you took her to 3 cinema dates, my brother.
But that's the thing. Again, you can just enjoy watching movies with a certain like it still doesn't have to translate to Roma. Don't kill me, please. It could also just be that
I wanted to go with another friend.
Exactly. I mean, you see, my point is this, right? It doesn't always like. I feel like we're in this place where once you guys have started talking, and this is how people end up in relationships they either can't come out of, or they come out of it with so much regret. Is that you see these little things, and to you that's like the definition of romance, and let's just jump right in. Not that they're not romantic stuff, but there's a certain level of getting used to someone that I have to reach. No reaction. In fact, if more than anything, I'll be very happy because I know that at some point I'll have that scenario and she can't say she doesn't go out with other people. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm actually usually very happy when I see them doing everything else outside of me. So that way it's like, okay, you've also experienced life. Everything's not revolving around me. You've gone to experience life and you've still chosen that with me is how you prefer it. Does that make sense? I prefer that.
I had a girl that did that to me, that she was just keeping indoors.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing this way, but the way you deliver that was of keep you indoors, bro.
To my house, everything fine. When it's time to go out. And the thing is, what's funny? It's like this is how I know life is funny.
Oh my god, this is killing me. Oh my goodness.
Like, the girls that you don't go to.
Oh shit.
It happens.
Oh man,
and I didn't even clock it because at first, me talking.
This is bad. That's bad.
No egos. Just like I'm pulling up to her crib and shit at night and all that. But then after like 3-4 trips, I'm like, wait, it's only past 7 p.m. I come to this house, and then I'm now trying to run back home by 11, 12 o'clock. But every time I've asked this girl out, even if it's something chilled, but I'll see her out with all her friends. I've caught her out with another nigga.
I know someone like that right now. And to be honest, it has never I've just seen it as okay. I mean, I'm even glad you don't even see me as the guy that will take you out at night because I'm not sure what that guy is receiving or what treatment he's getting, but I don't think I want that, right? But I do get what you mean. Some other guys will actually be pained by that. Because so you're telling me you're not proud to be outside?
The way I compensated and just made myself but then it's like in my head I'm like, how do you know that though?
I mean, he might even be doing more coming over than you. Shit, goddamn. So, but all those things don't really affect. Like, I'm in a place where, again, like I've said, the rules that apply to me apply to them. Like, the worst I can think to myself is I'm the only one she's seeing. I'm the only one that's coming over to her house. I mean, if that's what's happening, that's great. But that I'm walking around with the mindset that that's what's happening is just detrimental to me. Like it can't work from my own. Because the day you find out you are not, then you'll be shattered. You'll be pain. Pain for what? Like I didn't give her any promises that I wanted more commitment. So what's the basis of my pain?
Oh no.
If I've told her that, look, I want to be with you. Yes, I want only you. Let's please have I want to be your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And she agrees, then still does that. Then I have every promise to be paying.
Big ass problem.
But that I'm just liking you. And I'm now showing out and saying, oh, yeah, no, you don't talk to me. Or you think I didn't see you last night. And that's one treatment that I get sometimes. Where it's like, oh, you don't talk to me. Or she better. So I'm like, what do you mean you saw? I mean, okay, should I not have been out because I'm with you?
I remember one girl got pissed off at me because I asked her, like, we went out to an event. I went with one babe, right? Or in fact, I didn't go out with the babe. The babe came to meet me. So I'm here doing my thing with the girl, right? That same girl I asked out maybe a week before was doing smell for me. In fact, I had my message.
Okay.
No problem. Then she now saw me that night. Now came, pulled me to the corner. And that's why I say girls' alcohol confidence is the funniest thing. Wait, so you're talking to other girls? Like, I thought you liked me. What's going on? This was me. I'm
like, excuse me?
like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, I'm like, yo, I hit you up. You had my, oh, no, I didn't see it, but I was just thinking you want to be. I'm just like, nah, I'm out with somebody, but I'll hit you up tomorrow, right?
Love it.
Bye.
Love it.
And that's what I said. Don't think, like, sometimes when we forget, you think us too, we don't have emotions or we don't have options too. And it's not a competition or bad thing, but it's like, if you're going to act like some way, don't be surprised when we now do it back to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the end, generally, I think my own personal opinion, is still that there are some lines that should be drawn when you guys are still in your talking stage or whatever it is you guys are doing, if you guys are not in that committed relationship yet. Because, again, it's always end up in a mess. Like, there are certain things that you do there are certain relationshipy things you shouldn't do if you guys are just talking.
Relationshipy things.
Yes, it's true.
All adults just enjoy each other company.
But that's how people end up in a mess. You're not like, oh, so you were doing all those things. You didn't think
to conclude, like you say, is they don't have honest conversations, especially in Nigeria. We don't have those and it happens everywhere in the world, but also we'll talk about where we are. Especially, let's be real, especially here. How many people really communicate like that in relationships?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I get what you mean. But I think even the ones because I've had times when I've intentionally communicated.
Bro, I just thought about it. There's a girl I was actually, Jesus. Like, the way my memory just deletes shit. Like, I was seeing, like, situationship for months. I was doing everything. Pull up to your house. I'm driving from Ikoyi to Ikate, Sango Tedo every time. Amen. Fuel was cheaper back then. But fuel was cheaper. We're just going to stick to that. I'm driving there every time to see you. I'm pulling up to your job to see you.
Okay.
I'm actually telling you, making effort, say, I'm ready. Still they do like this. Eventually, once I made my mind up, I'm going. It was now like a month or so later, we now had that talk. I didn't know you liked me. Get out. Break out. Get out. Get out.
So again, do you feel like if you hadn't done so much in the name of effort, so to say, or consistency or whatever it is, you might not... Did you feel some regrets now?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Not that she's a bad person. She's an amazing girl.
I mean, it's not...
She's an amazing girl, by the way. When I say that, it's like, obviously, the anger is the emotion, but it's nothing against the person. But I don't regret nothing just because, like I said, it just taught me certain things. Like, for example, now I'm going to just be direct. If I like you like that, trust me, I'm going to tell you.
So does it mean that...
But
would you put in that same effort, though?
What do you mean?
Like,
if I like you, like you?
Like do the things you did then.
If I like you, or don't like you, like you?
If you like her, but you're not in a relationship, but you're trying to get her.
Yeah, because I'm going to address it. At least I'm going to say it ahead of time, saying, yo, I like you. And I want to be with you. Then at least if I've said it and made the effort and it goes somewhere, amen. If it doesn't go anywhere...
Was she doing things? Like, was she doing things to kind of make you feel like she liked you?
Yes and no. Yeah, here's why I say yes and no. When we're together, together, it's like we were inseparable. When we're together, it's like felt you really like you could feel like the chemistry day when we were together. I feel like
she was she was the one drawing a line. So I feel like she was the one drawing a line with you. You were just going in.
No, me. That's why I said.
Well, yeah, I think we kind of covered. Yeah, I think we covered. I'm gonna stop exposing myself today. Yeah, and also if you're having conversations, I mean, state clearly what you want and what you don't want. Like, let it be out in the open, so the other person is either for it or against it. So there's no, oh, you said you were going to do this, or you're doing this instead. Like, always have the conversations, keep you guys in track, right? So every time you feel like you've lost track of what the person said before, what you guys are doing, the conversations come up again, and then you guys talk about it. But always remember to, I mean, guys, girls, just state that, okay, yeah, what I want is a serious relationship. Oh, okay, you know what, right now, what I don't want is a serious relationship. I'm just figuring myself out. I mean, whatever it is, just say it, because we find that a lot of people are trying to be smart with the words and just be like, okay, well, yeah,